Delhi's toxic air isn't just a winter problem. If you thought it was limited to a few months, well, think again. A new study reveals that a hidden threat lurking in the skies, known as microplastics, that's what's causing our air to be really polluted, not just in winter, but in summers and shockingly in monsoon as well. These tiny plastic particles, invisible to the naked eye, are now present all year round, even during the monsoon. They are hitching rides on dust, wind, pollution, right into our lungs and different body parts. Experts are saying Delhiites inhale thousands of microplastic particles every year. And what exactly is the reason for this silent invasion? What can we do to stop it from happening? And what exactly happens when this plastic enters our body? Take a look at this next report.
We are so used to this thick, choking smog that engulfs Delhi every winter. The kind that turns sun into a faint orange blur, makes your eyes and throat burn, and sends AQI reading into the red zone.
But now, environment observers are surprised at how bad the air quality is even in the summer and shockingly during the monsoon too. According to data from the Central Pollution Control Board, the CPCB, Delhi's average AQI in May of 2024 was 223. In June, it was 179, both well into the moderate to poor category. And monsoon? Well, that isn't much clearer either. July averaged at 96, August at 72, barely straddling the satisfactory air quality. Shocking, right? This is far from what the WHO recommends. The limit there is just 50 for your lungs and your body to seem easy. So what's the reason? Microplastics.
Microplastics, the tiny plastic particles less than 5 millimeter in size. We have heard of them in spreading through our oceans. But a latest study conducted by scientists from the Indian Institute of Tropical Meteorology in Pune took samples in the summer and winter months. And what they found was a total of 2,087 microplastics across all particulate samples. And we shouldn't be surprised. Plastic production has grown from 1.5 million tons in 1950s to 403 million tons in 2022. The increased manufacture of single-use plastics has led to the rise in garbage found in terrestrial and aquatic habitats due to inefficient waste management. The thing with microplastic is these particles are so small that they can easily become airborne, hitching a ride on dust, vehicle emissions, or even the wind. Such has been their infiltration in our surroundings that they are found in human brains, in placentas, and even in the bellies of fish deep in the ocean. You might think of summer as a time of clearer skies, but in Delhi, it's the opposite. Intense heat breaks down large plastic debris into smaller microplastics, increasing their concentration in the air. Warmer weather means more people are outside, leading to higher inhalation rates of airborne particles. Summer winds can carry microplastics from industrial areas and landfills into urban centers, spreading pollution over wider areas. You think monsoon would wash away pollutants, but instead, it can spread them further. Rainwater, while it may remove some surface dust, it can also resuspend microplastics, carrying them into water bodies and even back into the air. Storm water can pick up microplastics from roads, construction sites and waste dumps, redistributing them across the city. Though no safe threshold for inhaling microplastics has been established, the study warned that constant exposure to these tiny materials could lead to increased case of bronchitis, pneumonia, lung inflammation, and even cancer. Delhi's microplastic exposure is concerning. Adults inhale between 5.3 to 15.4 microplastic particles daily. This translates to 1,935 to 5,621 particles per year. In comparison, this is higher than even cities like Mexico City, but lower than indoor exposure levels in places like Scotland. This is why this needs attention. Microplastics are often overlooked in pollution discussions, but their pervasive presence and potential health risks make them a critical issue.
So, what's the bottom line here? Well, Delhi's air quality isn't just a winter problem. Delhi had 209 days in 2024 where AQI was just below 200. Its best count since 2018, outside the COVID year, remember. But still, it had no good air days. No air day which was under the WHO limit. Microplastics are making every season hazardous. It's time we recognize this invisible threat and take collective action to protect our health and our environment. Sonal Mehrotra Kapoor for India Today.